Today I want to try dependent origination. You may remember in Samatha meditation practice Buddha taught Anabana 4 stages: long breath, short breath, the whole breath body, and tranquilizing the whole breath body formations. This is especially referring up to 4th jhana stage. Imagine for 4th jhana, if you want to go to Vipassana, how you should practice. Iti ijadawa gaya gaya nubasi viharadi, bhidawa gaya gaya nubasi viharadi, ijada bhidawa gaya gaya nubasi viharadi. In this way, he advised contemplating the body as a body internally, or he advised contemplating the body as a body externally, or he advised contemplating the body as a body both internally and externally. Last night we had been discussed about this partially only. If you want to understand fully, then you must practice practically, and then you will understand fully. Today we will continue dependent origination. Then what we must do after discerning ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality internally and externally? Next step Buddha taught. Samudaya dhammanubhasiva gaya same viharati. Vaya dhammanubhasiva gaya same viharati. Samudaya vaya dhammanubhasiva gaya same viharati. Or else he advised contemplating in the body. It is rising nature, its nature of rising. Or he advised contemplating in the body, its nature of dissolution. Or he advised contemplating in the body, its nature of rising and dissolution. There are 2 types of rising: causal rising and momentary rising. Causal rising means because of this arise. This is called causal rising. Momentary rising is every mentality or every materiality. As soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. This is called momentary rising. So you must try, in this case, you must try 2 types of rising: causal rising and momentary rising. What is the causal rising? This is the dependent origination. Vidya, Vicya, Sankhara, Sankhara, Vicya, Vijnana, etc. In this way Buddha taught this dependent origination. But formula is very short. The meaning is very wide. You must take long time for a long time. So because of the rising of Vidya, Sankhara formations arise, volitional formations in this case, wholesome or unwholesome. Wholesome volitional formations or unwholesome volitional formations rise. Because of the rising of Vidya, these 2 types of volitional formations arise. What is Vidya? Ignorance. What is volitional formations? When they had been arise. So these are very wonderful questions. Now, before we are discussing about this, I want to discuss with you, because of the rising of cause, this effect arises. If it is so, there is cause as well as there is effect. Which will be preceding, which will be succeeding. Cause will be preceding or effect will be preceding. Because of this cause, this effect arises. So cause must be preceding. Is it true? Yes. If there is cause, there will be effect. There are 2 noble truths. Noble truth of suffering, dukkha satya. The noble truth of the origin of suffering, samudaya satya. Noble truth of suffering, dukkha satya is effect. The noble truth of the origin of suffering is samudaya satya, is cause. So there are cause and effect. which will be preceding. Samudaya Sitya, the origin of noble truth of suffering will be preceding noble truth. So, if there is Dukkha Sitya, if there is Samudaya Sitya, if Samudaya Sitya must be preceding Sitya, then we should check. In the beginning of our life, we are staying in our mother's womb. In the first moment is called Patisandhi, but Lingay moment. Why they are called Patisandhi? Is Patisandhi, the real meaning is the past life and present life. In other words, past 5 aggregates and present 5 aggregates. This consciousness link past aggregate and present aggregate. So because of this reason, this consciousness moment is called Patisandhi, Bhat Lingay moment. In that Bhat Lingay moment, for human beings who have their Patisandhi has 3 rules. 3 rules means his Patisandhi consciousness associated with alobha, non-greed, adosa, non-hatred, and amoha, non-delusion or wisdom faculty. If these 3 are associated together with his path linking consciousness, such person usually have 33 mental factors or 34 mental factors at that time. What are 33? What are 34? Last night I had calculated same 33 or same 34. 33 means if their Patisandhi path consciousness is not associated with somanasa, blissful happiness, feeling, then it will be associated with neutral feeling. If it is associated with neutral feeling, then Rabhacha cannot rise. Rabhacha cannot be associated with that consciousness. So if Rabhacha is absent, there may be 33, but usually many people have 34. How we can distinguish? While you are discerning these mental factors, at that you can clearly understand. But roughly, if you want to understand as a general, while they are meditating, you can see their faces. So like that. Smiling, very, because their Bhavanga mind state is always associated with happiness feeling. So always they have happy, but some have no happiness. So this we can see, or this is his Patisandhi or how Bhavanga mind state is associated with neutral feeling. In the same way, when children they are sleeping soundly, at that time we can see some children are smiling face, but some have so neutral feeling and smiling we can catch. But really, if you discern ultimate materially up to Patisandhi Bhat linking moment, then at that time you get understand there are 34 or 33. How you should discern? Later I will discuss. So, in our life, at the beginning stage of our mother's conception stage, there are 34 mental factors, for example, or 33. And then there are 3 types of kalabas. Heart decay kalaba, body decay kalaba, sex determining materiality, sex decay kalaba. So there are 3 types of kalabas. The 3 types of kalabas are the clinging aggregate of materiality. Materiality aggregate. Then 34 mental factors, if we analyze, there is feeling. That feeling is the aggregate of feeling. There is perception. That perception is the aggregate of perception. The remaining 31 mental formations, headed by volition, cetana. They are the aggregate of formations. There is one type of consciousness. That consciousness is the aggregate of consciousness. Altogether there are 5 aggregates. So in first moment in our mother's womb, 5 aggregates arise. This is first time. So this is these five aggregates are noble truth of suffering, dukkha, sajja. This is a fact. What is it is cause? Buddha also said it is cause the origin of noble truth of suffering. Samudaya sajja. Dukkha sajja is effect. Samudaya sajja is cause. If you accept, cause must be preceding, effect must be succeeding. Then this cause cannot be in this life. Do you understand? Yes, this cause must be in previous life only, not in this life. This is very clear. If the present samudaya sajja, you also know accumulating many wholesome and unwholesome karmas. These are samudaya sajja. If samudaya sajja can produce in present five aggregate, all will be very, very beautiful men and women. They will do wholesome dhammas. They will wish for to be very beautiful ones. Then they will be very beautiful ones. They will do many, many wholesome dhammas. They will wish for to become young persons only. Then there will be no old persons. Is it true? So present samudaya sajja is not because of present five aggregates. Past samudaya sajja is the present because of the present five aggregates only. The present samudaya sajja is because of future five aggregates only, not present five aggregates. So you should understand this. What is samudaya sajja? Craving tanha is samudaya sajja. They easily say which tanha. They do not divide. They do not analyze. Present tanha cannot be because of present five aggregates. Previous tanha only can be because of present five aggregates only. So, at the beginning of my Dhamma talk, without understanding as they really are Four Noble Truths, you cannot attain a hardship. This is Buddha thought. So, if you want to attain a hardship, first you must try to understand Four Noble Truths. Among Four Noble Truths, the Noble Truth of suffering, dukkha sajja, this is five clinging aggregates. The noble truth of the origin of suffering, samudaya sajja, this is divided origination. These two noble truths are the object of vipassana. You must contemplate them as anicca, dukkha, anatta only. They are the object of vipassana. Without understanding, if you practice without understanding these two types of Four Noble Truths, if you practice vipassana, your vipassana is only just superficial only, not real vipassana. So, secondly, now you have been desire ultimate mentality, materially, internally and externally both. At that time, you should go back to this second noble truth, the noble truth of the origin of suffering, samudaya sajja. How you should practice. There are many ways Buddha taught to discern this dependent origination. There is one famous example mentioned in commentary. A man wants to collect some creepers, so he went to the forest. Forest is very thick. So in the forest, when he is searching for creepers, he sees the middle of creeper. Then he cuts in the middle and slowly go up to the root. Then he used according to his own desire. Is it possible? Possible. He can use this creeper also. But some persons, when they are searching for creepers, they see the middle only. At that time they cut in the middle and then go to top, not up to the root. They go top. Then they can see and they can use also this, and they go to their own desire. In the same way, sometimes Buddha taught dependent origination from the middle to the beginning, Vajja. Sometimes Buddha taught the dependent origination from the middle to the forward up to Jati, Jara, Marana, birth and death. So in this way also Buddha taught. This is two ways. Another way is some persons, when they are searching for creepers, they see the root first, then they cut and they slowly go to up to the end. So this is also possible according to their own desire they can use. In the same way, Buddha also sometimes taught from the Vijja to Vijja Vicca, Sankara, Sankara Vicca, Vijnana, Avadu, Chaditra, Marana. This is also possible. Another way is sometimes some persons, when they are searching for three bars, they see only just the path. Then from first they slowly go to up to the road. They cut. It is also possible to use. In the same way, sometimes Buddha taught Jadi, Marana, death rise. Why death rise? Because of Jadi path. Birth rise why? Because of Bigami. Bigami rise why? Because of clinging exercise. In this way, go up to Vijja ignorance. This is also possible. In this way also Buddha taught. In Parisambhida method, Venerable Sariputta taught one method. This is maybe one group. Cause is one group, effect is one group. In this way also he taught. 5 previous causes produce present 5 results. Present 5 causes produce future 5 results. In this way also he taught. So there are different ways we must learn depending on origination. Among these different ways, usually I teach one way. Later, if they become expert, different ways I teach. But especially at least 2 ways. 2 ways means first 5 causes produce present effect. Present 5 causes produce future effect. This is also necessary. Why? When you are practicing vipassana, when you reach Uriyabhya Jnana stage, arising dissolution Jnana stage, at that time you must inevitably practice this way. So because of this reason, this way also necessary. Another famous way is dependent origination first method. Vijja Vicca, Sankara, Sankara Vicca, Vijnana, Vijnana Vicca, Nama Rupa, etc. This is also important. So this way also we usually teach. When we are teaching in this way, usually we begin Ahara Sutta Desana. Ahara Sutta is in the Nidana Vagga Sayutta. Ahara Sutta is of the Nidana Vagga Sayutta Nikaya. Yes, one famous sutta. In that sutta, Buddha explained 4 types of Ahara nutriment. What are nutriment means? Number 1 is nutritive essence, Kuligara Ahara. Phasa, Chidana, Vijnana. Phasa, contact, Chidana, volition, Vijnana, consciousness. These 4 are as nutriments Buddha taught. Nutriment means in this case cause only. What is cause? Cause here means last night we had been discussed. No? In the materiality world, nutritive essence can produce many generations. But that nutritive essence in karma, born karma produce materiality, also there is nutritive essence. Mind produce materiality, also there nutritive essence. Temperature produce materiality, also there is nutritive essence. Nutriment produce materiality, also there is nutritive essence. There are 4 types of nutritive essence. All these 4 types of nutritive essence, when digested fire and nutriment produce materiality's nutritive essence support both. They all can produce new generations. Because of these generations can support to maintain this body for a long time. If there is no nutriment, then we will die very soon. So because of this reason, this is also to maintain this body for a long time. This nutritive essence also one cause. And another is phasa. If you do not hear my sound, then you cannot understand my words. Now you can hear my sound, then you can understand. Why? Phasa is predominant factor. When my sound touch in your ear, transferring element, at the day phasa work, connect your mind and the object. Phasa is joiner. If you are now sound asleep, you have still ear. I also talking, but you are sleeping while listening to my talk. Yes, no phasa. So because of this reason, you cannot hear my words. Is it true? Yes. So phasa is very important. So to arise the mental formations, phasa is the joiner important cause. This is also one cause. Chetana. When producing any fact aggregate in new existence, chetana is very important. Without chetana, any dhamma cannot produce its result. So when chetana is very strong, fact is very powerful. When chetana is very weak, fact is very weak. Now you are practicing dhamma. You are also trying donation as far as you get. But when we are trying donation together, some people have strong, powerful volition, but some have no much volition. Their chetana is very weak. Some meditators' chetana is very strong. So when they produce it is result. Strong chetana will produce very powerful result. Weak chetana can produce only weak result only. So although we are trying together some wholesome karmas, we are accumulating together some wholesome karmas, but depending on chetana, it produces good or bad results, or high results, inferior and superior. Because of this reason, in Chulagama Vibhenga Sutta, Buddha says, Kaman Sade Vibhechati Yadita Hina Panita Daya. It is karma which distinguish beings to be inferior or superior. Karma distinguish to be inferior or superior. To be beautiful or ugly. In the same way, karma distinguish to be beautiful, to be ugly. Because when they are accumulating wholesome karma, with happy mind, with a lot of metta, they offer offerings to receivers. But some people, when they are offering, they have no happy mind. They have a lot of anger. Other than they offer. So, wholesome dhamma is not same. One person's wholesome dhamma is associated or accompanied with anger. One person's wholesome karma is associated with loving kindness. When they produce it is result, not same. One person's karma, wholesome karma, which is accompanied by anger, when it produces it is result, it becomes ugly one, ugly person, inferior one. But one person's wholesome karma is associated with loving kindness a lot. Then when that karma produces it is result, then it karma produce very beautiful five degrees. For example, our Buddha. Our Buddha fulfills 10 paramis for incalculable in 100,000 years. He has accumulated 10 paramis up to attainment of Savyajyota Jnana to become omniscient Buddha. But among these many wholesome dhammas, Metta wholesome karma produce his rebirth moment 5 degrees. But Metta jhana can produce only in Brahma world. It cannot produce its result in human world. But before Metta jhana stage, there are strong powerful excess concentrations. These are sensual wholesome dhammas, kamavachara wholesome dhammas. They produce 5 aggregates in time of our bodhisattva's birth moment. So because of this reason, this wholesome dhamma is associated with loving kindness metta. Then his 5 aggregates become very, very beautiful one. So karma distinguish beings to be inferior or superior. So we should try to discern now today. How we should discern? Number 1, first you must try to discern ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality, internally and externally again. Then there may be some type of wholesome karma. When you are doing this wholesome karma, every time you wish for any future existence, you should choose that karma. For example, while you are accumulating wholesome karma, every time you wish for to become bhikkhu. For example only, not real. So, then if you accumulate this wholesome karma, what have in mind? You should trace, you should go back up to that wholesome karma time. The time when you are accumulating that wholesome karma, how we should go back? You should discern ultimate materiality, internally and externally. And then you should try to discern ultimate materiality slowly. So in this way, if you go nama rupa, mentality, materiality, in this way, if you go back, then you can easily see when you are accumulating wholesome dhammas. At that time, you accumulate one type of wholesome dhamma. At that time, you wish for to become bhikkhu. Up to that time, you can go back. But if it is a little bit difficult, how you should try? Then you should sit in front of Buddha image. You should pay attention, this is real Buddha. And then, as far as you can, you should remember the quality of Buddha. You should recollect the quality of the Buddha. And then you should offer one candle light, maybe small cup of water, for example. And then you should try to wish for according to your own desire. If you wish for to become a bhikkhu in future life, then you should note that appearance of mind. Then please meditate. Please do anabana or the dagasina up to fourth channel. Imagine from fourth jhana you should discern ultimate mentality, materiality, internally and externally. And then go backward. Go backward. Nama rupa. And then you will see while you are offering candlelight, wholesome dhammas you can easily discern. This wholesome dhamma, especially at the time, you should not forget rupa. Rupa means, especially in this case, important rupa is heart base. Here 15 both rupas, but especially you must emphasize heart base. Then, together with heart base, you should try to discern rupa, then nama rupa, in this way, backward. While you are offering candlelight to the Buddha image, at the time, nama rupa you can clearly discern. Then you should compare whether that's real nama rupa when really an offering or not. So you should check again. If you get discern wholesome dhammas while offering nama rupa, then please go forward or backward. How do you wish for? Then, if you wish for to become bhikkhu in future existence, then that wishing also you should try to discern. So there are avijja, tanha, upadana, sankhara, karma, 5 causes. What is avijja? According to Buddha's teaching, when we analyze our body, or externally and internally, there is nothing, only nama and rupa, mentality and materiality. They are, as soon as they arise, they pass away very, very quickly. There is no time to call, this is bhikkhu, this is father, this is mother. Who is your mother? There is no time to show, this is our mother, this is our father, this is my husband, this is my wife. In this way, there is no time to show. Very, very quickly they are rising and passing away. In the same way, bhikkhu, if you pay attention for elements and that bhikkhu life, this is also nama rupa. They are very, very quickly rising and passing away. Only just nama rupa only. No bhikkhu. But if you really believe there is bhikkhu, this is called ignorance. If you really understand this is nama rupa, this is understanding is noble truth of suffering. So one day bhikkhu asked Buddha, one day, ignorance, it is said, ignorance. What is ignorance? or not knowing the noble truth of suffering, not knowing the noble truth of the origin of suffering, not knowing the noble truth of the cessation of suffering, not knowing the noble truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. This is called ignorance. This is the ignorance meaning of it. But if they do not know noble truth, how they know opposite? Opposite means they know this is man, woman, bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, etc. In this way they know. So this knowing is wrong knowing. Because of this reason, this is called ignorance. So that ignorance cannot arise alone. According to Buddha's teaching, always they arise with associated mental formations. Usually, if you wish for with happy mind, there are 20 mental formations. You should try to see these 20 mental formations again. 20 mental formations are maybe 7 universals. Last night we had discussed contact, feeling, perception, etc. And then 4 unwholesome dhammas: delusion, moha, ahirika, shame, anuttapa is not fearful, and then odisha, restless, and then wrong view. Wrong view means there's really very good. He believes there's really very good. This is wrong view. And then there is attachment to that very good life, craving. Altogether 20. These 20 mental formations are present at that time. In that 20 mental formations, ignorance, which are also include, craving also include, and then clinging also include. Clinging means repeated craving is called clinging. So these 3 are always present. But so that in some mental process, Oja is predominant factor. In some mental process, craving is predominant factor. In some mental process, clinging is predominant factor. So because of this reason, Buddha distinguished these 3. So that they usually they rise together. Although they rise together, the power is little bit different. So because of this reason, Buddha says these 3 separately. So you should try to discern this ignorance, craving, and clinging. If you can discern this ignorance, craving, and clinging together, then you should search for wholesome formations again. While you are offering candlelight to the Buddha, or you are water to the Buddha, then there are how many mental formations? While offering is one for process, wishing for is one process. No sense. So after offering they may be wished for, or before offering they may wish for. Maybe both forward and backward there may be many times. So while they are offering, how many wholesome mental formations are there? You should try to discern. There are usually, if you with happy mind, if you offer, then there are 34 mental formations. But based on ignorance, craving, and clinging, you accumulate these wholesome dhammas. We can say, why? You want to become in future existence one bhikkhu. If you want to become in future existence beautiful woman, same. In the same way. If you want to be rich person in future existence, this is also same. Or if you want to become in future to be reborn as a deva, this is also same. To be reborn as a Brahma, same. All are same. So because there is no rich man, there is no woman, there is no man, there is no deva, there is no Brahma. Only ultimate mentality and materiality. But as soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. In the same way here, ignorance, craving, clinging, as soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. The dissolution is very quick. In the same way, there is wholesome formations while you are offering candlelight to the Buddha image. There are also 34 mental formations. The mental formations, as soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. But when they pass away, they left behind strong, powerful karmic force. That karmic force is how you should try first to discern these 34 mental formations. As soon as they pass away, you should try to see this karmic force again. Again and again, if you do, then you will understand this karmic force. But this karmic force is not ultimate reality. This is the energy only. Now you are listening my Dhamma talk. Now you have anger? No. Now at present no anger. But one day if you meet any opportunity to rouse anger, then anger may arise. Then we can say this anger is you have not yet already destroyed, not removed. That anger is as a latent tendency, underlying tendency, going together your mentality and materiality as a underlying tendency. In the same way, karma is also like merely said. But I do not mean karma is latent tendency, but merely saying that karmic force you should search for. This is the proximate karma. Then if you can discern this proximate karma, then please go back nama rupa slowly. Then slowly up to childhood. If you go back slowly nama rupa childhood, you can see occasionally your images. Maybe as a child you are crying, as a child you are laughing. You can see these images. Whenever you see these images, you must discern 4 elements in that image. Then you cannot see image, you can see only a group of small particles. Please analyze these rupas and then nama rupa. In this way, whenever you see any image, you can do 4 elements, you can discern 4 elements. And then you should go back up to mother's womb. Inside mother's womb also you may see any picture. You should pay attention 4 elements only. Then you can see only a group of small particles. And then slowly nama rupa up to first moment. First linking moment, nama rupa. At that time you should try to make sure. In rupa there are 3 types of rupa kalapa only. Digate kalapa, sak digate kalapa, body digate kalapa only. Mental formations may be 34 or 33. So if you had been discern these mental formations, then you should go on nama rupa to discern. Some meditators can do easily, but some meditators cannot do easily. So if they cannot do easily, then how they should do? They should go back jhana again. Maybe anapana abdu 4th jhana or adada kasina, vaikasina abdu 4th jhana, etc. Coming on from that jhana, again you should discern nama rupa again in the same way. But this way of practice is you must do not only once, but for many times. Then if you reach up the Brisani stage, nama rupa, but linking moment, nama rupa, then please go forward. Then at that time you may see some type of image, or maybe your own dead body or some type of image before death. Why this image appear? Because of wholesome karma which is ready to produce its result. At that time, one type of sign we call karma nimitta and gati nimitta. Karma means wholesome karma. Karma nimitta is while you are accumulating wholesome karmas, some different types of images like pagodas, receivers, etc. Gati nimitta is destination. So one of these signs must be appear before death in previous life. So one example I will tell you. One meditator, when she is discerning this nama rupa, what does she see? She sees a group of bhikkhus. At that time she is bhikkhu. As a bhikkhu she is offering food these bhikkhus and sitting in one corner. What does she do? She had one wish, very strange wish. She one wish to become woman. Why? I want to explain. This is very interesting. Why she want to become woman? One day before this condition, one day he visited too many pagodas. But this is in our country. There are many pagodas. When he reached one pagoda, he saw one very, very beautiful woman. He had no much craving. no attachment. But he had only one wish, to become like such woman only. This is very strange. Because that woman has very long and thick hair. This is one reason. When she stand up, her hair touch on the ground. Very long and very thick, black color hair. This is one reason. Her face and her body is very beautiful, handsome. So because of these reasons, very serene for him. So he want to become such a woman only. This is his idea. But when he is offering, maybe possible with his birthday ceremony. So on that day, when he is offering food to the Sangha, he never wished for to be like that. But when he is sitting in one corner and seeing the bhikkhus who is eating, he had such desire only, such inclination only. She never wished to be woman only, but inclination. So when he is descending Namarupa, at that time there are many receivers, many bhikkhus who is eating. Who is she? So she must choose. There are many bhikkhus. Who is she? So this is important. He must descend 4 elements in one bhikkhu. And then he should descend Namarupa. But Namarupa in her, now the present her Namarupa must be one line, like a thread. But not one line. Then again, one by one she descends. And later, one bhikkhu who is sitting, seeing his donation of that bhikkhu's Namarupa in her Namarupa become one line. Then he penetrates that bhikkhu's heart. While offering what he is doing. So at that time, just inclination to become woman only. No wish, really. Her mind is at that time inclination. Why? This is problem I want to tell you. When she descends Namarupa again, second birth life. In second birth life, she is woman. But at that night, she want to be, as a lady, she want to become bhikkhu. So she become, in first birth life, she become bhikkhu. But when she see very beautiful woman again, she want to become again such a woman. Because life is very close to each other. Second birth life is become woman, then first birth life bhikkhu. But maybe again she want to be woman. So human nature is very dangerous. So if we can picture this mind, very wonderful. So because of this mind, because of this reason, she became woman in this life. When she see previous life, she is bhikkhu. In this life, she became woman. She cries so much. So human mind is very strange. Is it true? Yes. Very strange. So you should take care. Take care of this mind. Very dangerous. If she wish for to realization of Nibbana, it will be very good. But she don't want. At that time she forget. But not wishing for, but only just inclination. So inclination also very difficult. Sometimes if you see some beautiful objects, oh very good, I also want to be like that. And this is not good. If you have such intention, this is problem, this is very dangerous. So in that case, while she is offering food to the Sangha, there are 34 mental formations said. When she inclined to become woman, there are 20 mental formations. So depending on this ignorance, craving and clinging, she accumulates wholesome dhammas, we can say. But really before she is offering food, she had no such inclination. But after offering, she had such inclination only. If it is so, we can say before offering also she had such inclination as a latent tendency. So this is the problem. Because of this latent tendency, after offering also such attention appeared to her mind. Near that moment, when she descends Namarupa again, Bhagavad, near that moment, Near that moment, that karma become mature and then ready to produce its result. So because of this reason, Bhikkhu receives image in her mind. At that time, her inclination appear again. Very wonderful. Her inclination to women's life appear again, and then she became woman now. So, when she descends these 34 mental feathers, when she is really offering, these 34 mental feathers, as soon as they are stable, she should again descend karmic force. When she see karmic force, this is karmic force. Then here, in the first moment of in our mother's womb, birth linking moment, there is 3 types of kamaja rupa. We already discussed. Body decay kalapa, heart decay kalapa, sex decay kalapa, 3 types. So this is result, this is cause. So you should try to see this cause, this effect, this cause, this effect. Again and again you should try this. Then you can clearly see the connection between cause and effect. How you can see? Now please try. Your mind. You should discern mind. This mind can be pending, searching, pending, searching, can produce this pending, searching. There's connection, mind and this connection. How? You can discern here mind really and then you can discern ultimate material up to this. You can see only just a group of small particles. Among these small particles, there's mind produced materiality. That mind produced material in mind are cause and effect. They are connection. There is connection. Mind is cause, this mind produced material is effect. In the same way here, karma is cause, karma produced material is effect. They are same cause relationship. So if you can see at that time, you must discern cause and effect. Or because of the arising of avijja, ignorance, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa arise. Ignorance is cause, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa is effect. Because of the arising of craving, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa arise. Craving is cause, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa is effect. Because of the arising of clinging, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa arise. Clinging is cause, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa is effect. Because of the arising of Sankhara formations, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa arise. Sankhara formations are cause, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa is effect. Because of the arising of karmic force, karma, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa arise. Karma is cause, Prisandi Kamaja Rupa is effect. In this way you must discern cause and effect. In detail, in every aggregate. This is the beginning stage of dependent origination. But you have many mind moments. For example, I do. At the time, different mind moments. In each mind moment, there are 5 aggregates. In time of birth linking moment, there are 5 aggregates. In the same way, in each mind moment, there are 5 aggregates. You must discern cause and effect in these 5 aggregates in each mind moment. I do cognitive process. One process will be enough. What is the meaning? Throughout your life, you can see different objects. Many uncountable endocognitive process. You cannot discern all. But one type of endocognitive process is necessary. All are safe. In this way, you must contemplate. If you can discern cause and effect here, then all others are also safe. It will be enough. So, in the same way, ear do cognitive process, nose do cognitive process, tongue do cognitive process, body do cognitive process, mind do cognitive process. Every cognitive process you must try in each mind moment, 5 aggregates. In each aggregate, you should discern cause and effect. Not only this, but first past life and present cause, but also many past life will be better. Why? We just see in Kirana see 3 people yesterday I discussed. If you accumulate wholesome dhammas, dana, sila, samatha, for realization of Nibbana, and if you wish for realization of Nibbana, this is called Kirana seed. These wholesome dhammas are called Kirana seed. If you had been practice vipassana, or if you had been this ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality, they are causes. If you had been contemplated then, as nature dukkha anatta, this is called vijja seat. These two types of seats are called parami. This parami is necessary for everybody. So we want to show this evidence also. This is also one reason. Another reason is in Samoha Vinodani commentary, a speller of the delusion commentary. It says, Didevi Vicha Jiva Vicha Samubhana Dhamascha. Nagadevi Idrahivi Vicha Jiva Vicha Samubhana Dhamascha. What is the meaning? If you pay attention to the past, then the past also there are cause and effect only. If you pay attention to the present, then the present are also there are cause and effect only. If you pay attention to the future, in the future also there are cause and effect only. In every moment you should try to see cause and effect. In every life. So there is no creator, there is no created being. Some people say they deny the law of the activity of karma. There is no karma, they deny. So if you can discern karma and it is result, then this view will be disappear. This wrong view will be disappear. Or any power create this view, this wrong view also will disappear. So to remove these different types of wrong views, you must practice to understand dependent origination. This is forward dependent origination only. Bhagavad dependent origination also you can do, but that Bhagavad dependent origination there are two types. One type is you can discern from maybe in this in future there is death. Death is arise because of what? Because of jadi birth. Birth arise because of what? Karma becoming. The present becoming. In karma arise what? Because of what? And the way up to you must go to vijja. This is also one way of Bhagavad. Another way is because of the arising of vijja, sankhara arise. This is forward method. Another Bhagavad method is because of the complete cessation of vijja, the sankhara also cease completely without remainder. That cessation is also called Padiloma Padicca Samubhada, Bhagavad dependent origination. You must also do this. Why? In Tekhayarana Sutta of Anguttara Nikaya, Buddha explains Samudaya Siddha. What is Samudaya Siddha? Because of the rising of vijja, ignorance, sankhara formations arise. Because of the rising of sankhara formations, vijnana consciousness arise. In this way Buddha taught, because this is called Samudaya Siddha. This is dependent origination is Samudaya Siddha. And then again Buddha taught, what is Nirodha Siddha? The cessation of suffering. Because of the complete cessation of vijja, sankhara formations cease. Because of the complete cessation of sankhara formations, vijnana consciousness cease. Because of the complete cessation of vijnana, nama rupa, mind and matter cease. Because of the complete cessation of mind and matter, six phases cease. In this way, Buddha taught up to the end of future. Then Buddha says, this is the noble truth of cessation of suffering. So this is Nirodha Siddha. But this Nirodha Siddha is the object of vipassana insight, not the object of part and fruition knowledge. So in another word, we can say this is mundane Nirodha Siddha. Mundane Nirodha Siddha means you can understand this Nirodha Siddha by your insight knowledge only. Insight knowledge is not supra-mundane knowledge, only mundane knowledge. But when you are insight vipassana become mature, then one day you will realize Nibbana. That Nibbana is unconditioned element. This unconditioned element is supra-mundane Nirodha Siddha, not mundane Nirodha Siddha. Because you can realize only by part and fruition knowledge. That part and fruition knowledge is supra-mundane knowledge only. So the object of supra-mundane knowledge is called supra-mundane Nirodha Siddha. So there are two types of Nirodha Siddha. Mundane Nirodha Siddha and supra-mundane Nirodha Siddha. Really, if we say cessation, complete cessation, dissolution. What is cessation? If this beer, there is candlelight. Candlelight is funny. When the oil wick finish, then light is will disappear. Where it goes? We can say this appearance only. There is nothing. Only this beer we can say. In the same way, here complete cessation of ignorance. When it will be completely cease. How do you understand? Complete cessation state is only in future, not in the present. Why? When you adding arhatship, that arhat knowledge will destroy completely this ignorance in all defilements, all the remaining defilements, completely without remainder. Now you are not yet becoming arhat. So, when will you become arhat? Maybe in future, in this life future maybe, or maybe in other future existence future maybe. So, up to that moment, you should try to discern Namarupa again. Not Bhagavat. This is Pava. Pava Namarupa. Then, in this life or in next future life, you may see complete cessation state. When you are Namarupa will completely cease without remainder. You can clearly see because of your insight knowledge. Your insight knowledge can see clearly that complete cessation stage. At that time, before that complete cessation stage, one day you may attain Rahampa and fruition knowledge. At that time, that Vajja also completely cease without remainder. That complete cessation you must try to see. This is future, not present. If you see that complete cessation stage, at that time only you can discern. Because of the complete cessation of Vajja, ignorance, Parisandhi Kamaja Rupa says completely without remainder after Pranibhana. Okay? Pranibhana, final cessation. Then because of the complete cessation of Vedana, then Parisandhi Kamaja Rupa says completely without remainder. Because of the complete cessation of Kalinga, Parisandhi Kamaja Rupa says completely without remainder. Because of the complete cessation of formations, Parisandhi Kamaja Rupa says completely without remainder. Because of the complete cessation of karmic force, then Parisandhi Kamaja Rupa will cease completely without remainder. Without remainder means never will arise again. Then is it good or not? Good. We will never go to a mother's womb again. It is very good. So that complete cessation state, we must try when you are practicing Uddiyabhya Jnana. So because of this reason, both are necessary. This Samudaya Sajja and Nirodha Sajja, mundane Nirodha Sajja, both you must try to see when you are practicing Uddiyabhya Jnana stage. Because they are also the object trying to destroy this attachment. How we can destroy it? If disenchantment knowledge appear, that knowledge can suppress or can remove this craving slowly, again. Then when this disenchantment very big and strong, then your inside knowledge will jump the other shore. The other shore is called Nibbana. Okay? So please try to reach Nibbana.